Okay, so weight training in internal martial arts. There's a big misconception in internal training about not weightlifting. Um, this is there are all these half truths that like teachers say, and it becomes dogma, becomes like a commandment without any intelligence and proper thinking. Um, so what you don't want to do is you don't want to use muscle contraction, like excessive muscle contraction, to do kettlebells or weightlifting. Once you learn to access the fascial web and to pump the body, like the fascia, up like a balloon, like in building the ball qigong, you start in the feet and you inflate the fascia on every pump. And every hydraulic pump, the fascia pumps up, you get pung, the pung jin, and the elastic force. And what you're essentially doing is you're building the body like a water balloon and a trampoline. There are a couple like images and actual feelings in the body that it starts to feel like once you do building the ball properly. And it attains, you attain a hydraulic state, a hydraulic quality, a water balloon quality, like in this feeling, and it also becomes elastic like a rubber band. The whole body becomes like that, and once you have that properly conditioned into the body, the mechanics conditioned in, then we can move to the kettlebells and start to do weightlifting. And you can do this with different weights in the gym as well and test it out. And you can have a friend test, touch your bicep while you're doing it to see whether you're muscularly contracting. So there's like a way to test it, a method to do it. So now that we've got all the BS out of the way, I got some light sets of kettlebells, and I've watched, just go over your basic kettlebell form so you don't injure yourself. But the goal is to inflate the fascia, to use the fascia to do it. So right now, I'm not using any muscular contraction to hold these up, obviously. I'm just using my bones and the joints. I'm opening the wrist joints and the finger joints, and self-supported on the power of my bones and structure and fascia. So I don't need to use muscle to do it. So the goal is to pump the fascia up and to expand the mental body in a sphere around you, 6 feet around you at least, and pump out. So 1, do 9, 2, come back in, contract back into the feet, into the stomach, into the core, and then release out 6 feet around you. So the mind is going to expand 6 feet around you in a sphere, come back into the core, into the feet. I'm not sure what number I'm on, but all the joints are going to open, close. So you're just going to not feel like you're using any muscle. You're just going to be using the fascial web. But what it does is it builds a lot of mental willpower and resiliency, and that's not going to feel like you're using a lot of oxygen. So this is the kind of stuff that you need to do if you're doing martial training or sparring, because the fluids are sunk. It's not going to feel like you're working as hard. Okay? So give that a go. Have a partner test whether you need to have the building the ball figured out, and you need to have the fluid hydraulic component and the fascial web pumping up, to get the balloon man elastic stretch effect, and to get the roundness in the space 6 feet around you. So work on building the ball. Again, then you can apply it to external weights, and it's, I think there's a certain amount of time. Mark Rasmus mentions like you should spend with the weights, and then move up to the next weight set. So give that a go, have fun, and turn them up.